for George Bissett Jr.
11 starter, the 7 New York from Holtzville, New York, Baldwin Automotive to bring us Justin Bonsignor.
12 starter, Dolly's Collision and Custom, CCP Racing Car. Number 5, Connecticut from Lisbon, Connecticut for Chris Pastriak.
Woody Pitcat, Tommy Barrett Jr., Danny Knoll, Joey Muchacharo, Buddy Charette make up the 17 starters. We go under the green flag for 40 laps. Napa Duel race number 1 is green.
There's no question about it. They are up on the wheel right from the green. This is the Napa Duels, round number 1. Deep down in turn number 3, Teddy Hodgdon works his magic to the inside. Here comes Michael Christopher, the 00 car, moving now to the bottom of the racetrack to try to take over the 3rd spot. Swanson, leader of the pack. Hodgdon in 2nd. Christopher moves up to 3rd. Here comes the 1 car of Stephen Kopsik.
Eric Goodale shuffled back in that outside lane, falls outside of the top 5. David Arute goes to his inside. Here comes Ronnie Williams to fill the hole to take the 7th spot away as the race leader, Matt Swanson, goes back to turn 2, leads up the back straightaway, 1 car length over Teddy Hodgdon.
No question about it. Michael Christopher in the 3rd spot. The 00 comes off the turn like a rocket. But watch at the other end of the straightaway. All of a sudden, the 1 car of Stephen Kopsik can take it in just as deep. Side-by-side battle for the 5th spot. Inside and looking racy. Ronnie Williams moves up. Position number 5, car number 50. Here they come, back off turn 4.
Williams gets back into line. Kopsik will hang on the 4th for now. Then it's Williams. Doug Kobe becoming a factor. Car number 44 looking to carve his way up through the field. Just in front of David Arute. Here's Williams out of line in 3.
There's no question. Williams dives to the bottom. He'll pick up the 4th position. Meanwhile, Kopsik tries to hold off Doug Kobe. Kobe guards the inside lane, off the turn, back down the straightaway. Side by side, Doug Kobe, Stephen Kopsik in a battle for position number 5. Give the spot to Kobe, bumping Kopsik back to the 6th spot.
Then it's David Arute, Eric Goodale, and John McKennedy rounding out the front 9. Justin Bonsignor scored his 10th, driving for Tommy Baldwin here this weekend. Tomorrow's Grand Marshal as the race leaders are over in turn 3. Swanson finding heavy pressure at the front from Teddy Hodgdon.
There's no question about it. Hodgdon brought his A game here to Stafford. He'll take a peek to the inside. Swanson shuts the door. That is the Gary Casella, the Mullies, number 25. Do you know how many people have driven that car and had success with it over the years at every short track in the Northeast? Bumper to bumper, top 5. Nobody is stepping out of line yet, but all of a sudden to the inside, here comes Ronnie Williams, the Adam Scavora. Trouble now. Stephen Kopsik, car number 1, drops off the pace, mechanical problems. We saw the car develop a puff of smoke out of the exhaust.
While running in the 6th spot, Stephen Kopsik on the pit lane. Top 5 begin to break away from the rest of the field. Ronnie Williams, Teddy Hodgdon, Michael Christopher Jr., Ronnie Williams, and Doug Kobe, the top 5. Bit of a gap back to Eric Goodale in 6th.
And after the 6th spot, 7th position is David Arute. Remember, 12 is very important in this event. Currently in the 12th spot is Tommy Barrett, driving the number 9 car. Barrett in the 12th position. That is a key position on where you'll start in tomorrow's greatest race in the history of spring.
This race will line up the inside row of tomorrow's feature. Race number 2 will line up the outside row in the way they finish these dual races. Back to turn 3 and a bid for 3rd. Here's Williams on Christopher for that spot.
Williams makes it look so easy. Dive bombs to the inside. It is Williams to move in to take over the 3rd spot. Doug Kobe sees the move that Williams put on Christopher. Will he be able to make that move? Teddy Hodgdon reeling in on the back bumper of Swanson. No one is getting out of anyone's sight here, but off the turn. Now, here comes a challenge. A little further back in the field, the 7th New York car. Also coming to life as he continues to work his way up through the field.
Close moment between those two cars on your screen. A half a lap ago, Woody Pitkat and Chris Pastriak making slight contact into turn one. Got Pastriak out of shape. Battle for the lead off turn two. Here's Hodgdon to the inside of Swanson for the top spot. New race leader by the time they get to the end of the back straightaway. Teddy Hodgdon goes to the front.
14 circuits up on the board. First lead change of duel number one. It is Teddy Hodgdon out in front by .225. Teddy Hodgdon set earlier in the paddock area. He brought his A game. Swanson settling back into second, and third position is still Ronnie Williams. Michael Christopher in the fourth spot, and up to position number 5 is Doug Colby. John McKennedy is 6. Goodale is 7. Bonsignor is 8. Pitkat is 9. Arut, Pastriak, and Tommy Barrett round out the top 12.
Should keep in mind $3,500 to win these dual qualifying races. So not only the big money tomorrow, but some big money today for a race that's just 40 laps long. There are 2 of them as we are in this race number 1. 2 laps shy of halfway here for Teddy Hodgdon, the race leader, over the 25 for Matt Swanson, Ronnie Williams in the 50, and it's Mike Christopher Jr. in the 00, and the 44 for Doug Colby, rounding out the front 5 as they are now will be a lap shy of the halfway mark.
There's no question about it. Teddy Hodgdon has a great lead here, and he continues to guard that spot impressively. Meanwhile, Michael Christopher trying to get back into contention with Williams to get up on the podium. Remember, these positions have extra money on the line. This is not a normal qualifying event. It is the duels presented by Napa.
Part of $125,000 in total purse money here this weekend for the 52nd Napa Spring Sizzler. Just past halfway, Teddy Hodgdon shows the way over Swanson, Williams, Christopher. That's the best battle from third on back. Williams and Christopher with Doug Colby just a couple car lengths back in 5th.
There's no question about it. Now Michael Christopher took a peek to the inside, couldn't get the job done. All of a sudden, a little further back in the field, here comes Justin Bonsignor. He's battling with Goodale. Right there, coming off turn number 4. Here comes Bonsignor. Pulls to the inside, picks up the spot.
Danny Knoll, the first car to go a lap down. Race leaders among the top 5 anyway, going to his outside. Here's Christopher peeking to the inside of Williams once again for third, but can't make a move. Gets back in the line, arcs it wide into turn number 1 to build a run to the backstretch.
There's no question about it. Here comes Christopher again. Bonsai moves to the bottom of turn number 3. Gone. Meanwhile, Williams tries to fight back, but here comes Doug Colby. Colby, 6-time champion of the Wheel and Modified Tour, driving in the Tineo car, usually driven by Santos. Car number 44 has moved up and into the top 4.
15 laps to go for Teddy Hodgdon, the former SK Light Modified champion here at the Speedway. Has 4 car lengths over Matt Swanson in second. Swanson unchallenged. Christopher, who took that third spot away a lap and a half ago, has been able to drive away from Doug Colby and Ronnie Williams. They run 4th and 5th. In fact, Williams about to find some pressure here from John McKennedy.
John McKennedy has one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, the 79 car. Remember, he's a former champion of the Wheel and Modified Tour. Dives to the inside of Williams. Give John McKennedy position number 5. As all of a sudden, Williams' car continues to be a little off the pace. Meanwhile, out in front, Teddy Hodgdon, leader of the pack. Matt Swanson still in the comfort zone in second. Then the biggest margin is between second and third, and Michael Christopher holding on to that third spot in Jimmy Page's car.
Doug Colby still in 4th. John McKennedy moves into the top 5. Williams back to 6th. Then it's Justin Bonsignor, about half the length of the backstretch between 6th and 7th. Williams to Bonsignor, then Woody Pitkat, who had a close incident earlier in this race with Chris Pastriak, Pitcat's been able to kind of drive his way up through the field, has gained several spots, including on Eric Goodale and David Arute in recent laps, and Pitcat running in the top 10 right now in 8th.
Certainly is. He is actually reeling in on Justin Bonsignor in the 7th spot. Now this car that Pitcat is running was built by Todd Owen and the assistance of Cam McDermott. That number 8 car, owned by the Holmes Motorsports Group, looks pretty racy. And now all of a sudden, different line for Bonsignor. And that cost Woody Pitcat a little bit of time there. Now, here comes Pastriak, moving to the inside, car number 5 of the Monaco Ford number 75 car of David Arute.
Takes that spot away just into, or just out of the top 10. In fact, it is for the 10th spot. Pastriak moving around Arute. Every position gained or loss means that difference in the starting lineup tomorrow for the 52nd Napa Spring Sizzler. Right now, Hodgdon wanting to be the pole sitter of that event. He is the race leader by a couple car lengths over Swanson in 2nd.
And then there's that big gap between Swanson and Michael Christopher, as now all of a sudden Colby has turned up the heat, and so has it John McKennedy. McKennedy might have been considered a sleeper early in the event. The 79 started in 8th, dropped back to 10th, and now McKennedy is working his magic, coming up in the back bumper of Doug Colby in the Tineo, number 44.
3rd, 4th, and 5th on your screen right together. Christopher, Colby, McKennedy. About a straightaway, and make that a half a straightaway behind Hodgdon, the leader. In fact, Swanson looking like he's trying to close in. 7/10 back last time by. Interval remains the same this time between the top 2, and then this battle for 3rd. Christopher has it nailed down for now.
All of a sudden it appears that Michael Christopher, that car, has suddenly started to change. Here comes John McKennedy. McKennedy, 79 to the inside of your screen. John McKennedy goes around Doug Colby, and now John McKennedy is up to the 4th spot, and we have twirling twos about to be given to Teddy Hodgdon.
Swanson closing in, now 6/10 back, lap traffic in front of race leader Teddy Hodgdon and Noel. We'll see if that affects Hodgdon at all. Here comes Swanson, down to a couple of car lengths with the lap to run as they come off the corner. White flag for Teddy Hodgdon.
Teddy Hodgdon said he wanted this one bad, and he wants tomorrow's even more. Teddy Hodgdon, the Montanari fuel machine, looks racy off turn number 4. To the line they come. Look at the battle between John McKennedy and Michael Christopher.
But Teddy Hodgdon picks up the win here in Napa Duel Race number 1. The former SK Light champion on top and beating some of the best here in this first 40-lap qualifying event.
Well, it is Matt Swanson to finish in 2nd. John McKennedy in a final lap turn 4 challenge took over the 3rd spot from Michael Christopher, who ended up in 4th. Doug Colby to finish in 5. Ronnie Williams for 6. Justin Bonsignor for 7. Woody Pitcat for 8th. Eric Goodale for 9th. Chris Pastriak for 10th. David Arute is 11th. And the crucial 12th spot goes to Joey Muchacharo.
It'll line up the inside row of tomorrow's main event, the 52nd Napa Spring Sizzler. Then it was Tommy Barrett, George Bissett Jr., Danny Knoll, and Stephen Kopchik, who fell out of the event early due to mechanical issues.
Now, here's what we've been told by Tom Fox. They are bringing the entire field down on pit road to the outside of pit road, and they will stop those cars while they bring out the second dual event. That's what we've been told. Now, what's going to happen here, you'll note that the number 55 car has just been released and will head to Napa Victory Lane, and will be celebrating the impressive victory of duel number 1.
Nice, clean affair. Those that were here a year ago, remember that first race was a rough and tumble affair. It took a better part of an hour to run last year on what was a cool and damp day. Today, obviously, much warmer, bright sunshine, and a clean and green event for dual race number 1. Napa dual race number 2 coming out in just a moment. Remember, this does pay through the field, including $3,500 to each of the dual winners here today. So part of the $125,000 total purse for the weekend for these competitors.
And remember, the big payday is tomorrow, $20,000 to win here for the greatest race in the history of spring. John McKennedy really was quick in that event, and if you know John McKennedy, he never gave up. Lap after lap, he got stronger and stronger, and the proof was in the pudding when he went by Michael Christopher to end up on the podium in the 3rd spot. Let's go to the winner's circle with a very ecstatic Teddy Hodgdon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Jumping down into Napa Victory Lane, Teddy Hodgdon getting the job done in the Napa Duel number 1. Teddy, man, you told me in the pits, this Fury chassis, you were getting a grip on it. You sure did. Congratulations. Big win, $3,500.
Yeah, thank you. Such a big deal to win here at Stafford. You know, it's been since 2019 since we've been in Victory Lane. So even though it is just a Napa Auto Parts dual race, it is the Napa Auto Parts dual race. So I'm just super thankful for Stafford for what they put on for this Sizzler. I mean, this is a huge deal for our crew. Napa Auto Parts for putting this on. I mean, just what an unbelievable day. You know, it was a car of a rocket ship just right from practice and our heat race. And in the duel, we led the most laps, so can't take that away.
Yeah, I tell you, you and Matt Swanson put on a good show there. You were able to get around the 25, and once the 55 took the lead, it was off to the races.
Yeah, it was really good on the beginning part of the stint, you know, just trying to ride in the middle once we got by Matt there, and then it seemed like there's a lot of rubber buildup towards like the last 10 laps of the race. My left front was shaking like crazy, and just trying to hang on from there. You know, Matt reeled me in just a little bit, but got the victory, so can't complain.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Teddy, I know you got a lot of guys helping you out on this ride. Who are they?
Yeah, of course. I got to thank Montanary Fuel, Gator Sport Fishing, Chris for coming today. You know, my father, he does everything on this race car. Creative Racing and Donnie Barker, he's been a huge success, help to us the second part of last year and this year. Business Time Motorsports, man, it's been so long. Just all the contingency sponsors, Napa, of course, Stafford for putting on, Phil Moran and Steven Kopchik for the awesome setup help, and just all my crew guys, you know, Lucas, my spotter, John, Kyle, Max, John Williams, Lou, the 28 guys, Ray Smith and Debbie Smith, just my whole family, my mom, my sister, my girlfriend Jenny and her parents, say hi to them, and just, man, what a day. But I told my crew when I was on the cool down lap, job's not finished yet, we got a bigger goal tomorrow, so going for that 20K.
All right, man, he'll be driving in the inside lane in the Spring Sizzler